Good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your Talking Live forecast update here on your March the 3rd, 2026. Well, still dealing with some lingering clouds for today, but the big news story here weather-wise is the unusually warm weather that's going to invade much of the area here going in for the next several days. In fact, we'll probably be challenging some record highs. Still looking forward to some rain coming in next week, going into Sunday and Monday, and then we'll have to watch for maybe a little more active weather toward the end of next week. Now, before we get into this full update, if you're new here to the Talkin Live Broadcast Channel Facebook page, please give us a follow, and if you happen to be watching over on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, and more importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all future weather updates, because if you don't, YouTube will not let you know that we've made a forecast change. All right, let's go ahead and take a live look there in Chattanooga as we got the clouds around here for this afternoon. We'll get a little more sunshine back in here for tomorrow, but we're still going to hold on the temperatures down just a little bit for today. Looking over there at Lake Chattooga, seeing a little bit of sunshine trying to peek through those clouds a little bit, but still generally mostly cloudy skies here across North Georgia. Let's look at our local radar. It is all clear here for today. Should remain that way here for the rest of the day, and not expecting real significant rains, really not until maybe the weekend, the way things are currently tracking. Regional satellite picture showing those clouds kind of holding on here across East Tennessee and North Georgia. And like I said, we hope to get a little more sunshine in here as we begin your midweek forecast on Wednesday. But with it, we're going to see a nice little jump in those temperatures as well. Look at your regional radar. Again, as we see temperatures warming up, we're already near 60 degrees there in the Dalton area here in the early afternoon hours, and 64 up in Knoxville, and those will be much warmer as what's left of the wedge in this area starts to break down, and we'll see things begin to warm up nicely going into the next couple of days. All right, so let's go and take a look at the latest North American model here as we take a look at the 12Z run here. Is not going to see any real significant precipitation. The only thing we are going to see across the area is this ridging of high pressure that's coming off the Atlantic, and it just going to kind of bit of a blocker. Most of the active weather is going to be staying back off toward the west there, and that's what's going to stay here right through the rest of this week. What's going to mean is southerly winds and warmer temperatures all across the southeast, and I do expect probably several record highs, especially as we head toward Friday. Friday's probably the best day there. And then as we go into the weekend, we'll see the chances of rain begin to sneak back up here across our area. So let's go and take a look at our forecast maps here as we go ahead and put this into motion for you here. As we take a look at this, again, watch that little timestamp there on top as we look at the days of the week as we go into your Wednesday. Again, there's that high pressure ridge showing up very, very nicely there. So this storm's just going to keep all that active weather out in the middle of the country over the next several days. In fact, flooding could be a problem for some of those areas out there. Going into Thursday, again, that ridge holding firm, and going into Friday. And Friday, they're looking like there will be a pretty significant severe weather event out here in the middle of the country, the way things will look. And it looks like an enhanced area may pop up there for the first time this season. And then we'll watch this front slowly come toward us. Now, this front coming at us, this initial one here going into this weekend, this thing will weaken a bit. The ridge will break down, but it's also going to weaken this system as it moves on in. So it's going to fizzle on out here going into Sunday and Monday and then into Tuesday. Then we'll wait for a more significant system going Wednesday and Thursday, and this next one coming down. This one here will bring some colder temperatures our way, and also bring a chance for some thunderstorms going into Wednesday and Thursday. And we'll have to watch closely next week to see if there's a potential for severe weather. I think it's in the cards, but we're not exactly sure just yet. It all depends on the timing a little bit on that one as well. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our forecast here for tomorrow. We're looking at partly sunny skies. Nope, that's not a typo, folks. 78.53. That's way above normal for this time of year. Low 60s is where we're supposed to be at for early March, and we're going to be way above that. In fact, looking at your morning lows, 40s over there in western North Carolina, North Georgia, what's left of the wedge there, over mostly the low 50s for everybody else, and the daytime highs, wow, everybody well into the 70s for afternoon highs. Very warm, very unusual to see that. In fact, all across the southeast, check out these numbers: 83 in Jackson, 80 in Birmingham, 81 in Columbus. Yep, we're getting a lot more 80s out there. 78 in Columbia, 79 in Jacksonville. There'll be a mix of clouds around and maybe a shower or two over toward the Memphis area. All right, here we go for the next 7 days as we're going to stay warm. Yep, 84. We could be challenging record highs there on Friday and Saturday. We're looking at 84 and 83. And then the rain chances are coming up here. So we're throwing some scattered showers and thunderstorms going in there. But seasonably warm weather straight through next week. But again, if things progress as the long range are showing toward the end of next week, we're we're expecting some colder weather to move on down sometime around, say, the 11th to the 13th, somewhere in there. We should be tracking some cold air movement back in here, but definitely very spring-like. We're going to be challenging some record highs later this week, and the weekend's not looking like a washout. I think Sunday will have the better rain chance the way things are currently tracking. Again, I appreciate you guys checking us out here on the Talkin Live broadcast channel. Please give us a follow on Facebook and on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all future weather updates. All right, that's it for today. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a great and safe rest of your day. Bye-bye.